Okay, good evening, and welcome to Education Worldwide Business Academy. Boost your career goals with a fully accredited higher education qualification. We'll wait a few moments for everyone to enter into the webinar session. It takes some time for other web browsers to load, and then we'll begin shortly. This webinar will last approximately 45 minutes and end in a Q&A session. I think at this point, we can now begin. My name is Randall Galera. Good evening. I act as the Student Academic Counselor for Education Worldwide. If you have any problems or issues during the enrollment process or during your studies, feel free to contact me anytime at the email listed below, rgalera@eduww.net. I myself have a master's in audiovisual media arts, a BA in mass communications, a TEFL certified English teacher, and of course, entrepreneur and advisor for Education Worldwide. Now, a little bit about the webinar session itself. This is the screen that you should be seeing on your monitors right now. At the bottom, there is a chat box where you can ask questions. If you'd like to ask a question, you can either chat with other members or other audience members in the webinar, or you can ask a specific question that will pop up for everyone to see, and I can answer. There is a short delay before answering the question, so please be patient. If at any time you want to close the chat box and have it full screen, you can click there. And if you have issues with the monitor itself or the presentation itself, you can try and click reconnect, and it should refresh your session. Now to begin, if you're attending this webinar, we've got certain goals and objectives that we're going to focus on today. First, a little bit about Education Worldwide. What is the company about? The accreditation that comes along with Education Worldwide and why it's special and unique. The courses and programs offered at Education Worldwide Business Academy, the registration and enrollment process and how easy it is, and of course, after registration, enrollment, the next steps for your career goals. To plan your career goals, we're going to focus on three aspects: the goal, the plan, and the action. For you, your career goals could be different things. The question is basically, what do you want to see out of your future? If you've attended this webinar, you're looking to improve something: your studies, your job opportunities, your career prospects. The question is, what do you want out of life? That's a difficult question that we've been asked ever since we were children. The truth is, you may not know. Perhaps it's to learn a new skill or start a business. Maybe you're fresh out of secondary education or unemployed. Maybe you're interested in furthering your education, research, and knowledge. Those are your goals. Did you start university but have not yet finished? Life got in the way and you've never completed your degree? Or perhaps you want to be successful in business. Promotions, executive status, corporate progression is ladder. Maybe you want to change the industry. If you're stuck at work, perhaps it's a job you hate or one without a future. There's one thing that I can offer that will greatly improve your chances of getting out of this situation and continuing down the road to success. That is higher education degree. The things that people want to see out of higher education: more work opportunities, entrepreneurship, low-cost education. These are all things that you can get through higher education degree at Education Worldwide. Now, a little bit about the company itself. Education Worldwide, its headquarters is located in Miami, Florida, Boca Raton. We have education learning centers throughout Europe as well, in Dublin, Ireland, and in the Netherlands. You can contact, again, us at any of these centers. If you feel free, you can contact me as well at rgalera@eduwworldwide.net. The company itself was founded in 2013 with an innovative, multimedial online learning platform. It's ATHE qualified. The governing body overseeing that, the Office of Qualifications and Examinations Regulation. with over 1,000 students enrolled. Now, one of the most important aspects that Education Worldwide offers is the accreditation. How legitimate are its degree programs? Education Worldwide conforms to the UK system of education. Ofqual, the Office of Qualifications and Examinations Regulation, is the department that regulates exams and tests in England. You can think of the quality assurance of education. They determine if a qualification is officially recognized. The International Standard Classification of Education was developed by UNESCO and the European Commission, and they see that it is broad and uniform across Europe. The National Qualification Framework, or the NQF, in the United Kingdom, are qualification frameworks that define and link the levels and credit values of different qualifications. Credit frameworks in the UK, for example, 1 credit can equal 10 hours of nominal learning. The EQF aims to relate different countries' national qualification systems to a European reference framework. Individuals and employers will be able to use the EQF to better understand and compare the qualification levels of different countries and different education and training systems. The ATHE qualifications portfolio includes awards, certificates, and diplomas from level 3 all the way to level 7 that are the culmination of expert input from colleges and industry professionals. ATHE also have partnerships with many universities in the UK and international universities as well, giving students the opportunities to progress up from bachelor's and master's degree top-ups. What does this exactly mean? How does this all play out in reality? At present, let's say an enterprise in France may hesitate to recruit an applicant from, for example, Sweden, because it does not understand the level of the qualification presented by the Swedish candidate. But once the EQF, the qualification framework, is fully implemented, a Swedish person's certificates will bear a reference to the EQF reference level. The French authorities will then have already decided it matches with their own national certificates in that field, and they can feel confident that this person has an equal qualification to the French qualification. Now, the question, why we're saying qualification, not a degree, there is a difference between the two. What's the difference between a qualification and a degree? Is there even a difference? In essence, it has to do with legal titles. A qualification is a certificate of completion and expertise. You can get this through e-learning platforms, vocational courses, for example. Specialized fields, such as nursing, can offer qualifications. A degree, diploma, is offered by a physical university. This is a university that has a building, and students come to this location. As a result, they have more and stricter requirements to offer the same qualification, but they call that a degree. At Education Worldwide, we have blended the two and are offering you a qualification and a degree that comes from a physical university. And I'll explain more of that in just a bit. An easy example, 2 candidates have paid for an expensive degree from a university. 2 candidates have fully accredited qualifications and a degree for half the cost. If you had a choice, which one do you think would get the job? The one who is, of course, the best fit. You should not have to worry about your education being a negative factor. And the degree that's offered by Education Worldwide comes from an accredited university in the UK. I shouldn't have to sell you on the idea of getting higher education, but it is shown through various studies that those that have higher education degrees make more money. The employment rate is much higher for those that have higher degrees than those that don't. And you could make double and often triple those without. So the question is, should you get higher education? The question is, how do you get higher education degree? A little bit about the levels. ATHE offers these levels, and the levels are equivalent to, for example, level 4, a first year at a university. A level 5 is equal to an associate's degree. That's more common in the United States. Level 6 is a graduate's degree or a bachelor's, and the level 7 postgraduate degree is equivalent to a master's. It is not yet a MBA, it is a level 7 master's equivalency. Here you can see sort of the levels and how they correspond to different countries. Level 4 could be considered, for example, Matura or the Abitur in Germany, or vocational certification. The level 5 or associate's degree, RQF levels 4 and 5, or certificate of higher education, for example, in Scotland, advanced higher, or in the UK, the foundation degree. Level 6 is your graduate's degree, bachelor's, vocational university German state certified engineer, or the Fachkaufmann in Spain, diplomado, the laurea in Italy. And the coveted level 7, your postgraduate degree, is your master's equivalency. Once you've achieved your levels, what choice do you have now? The answer is actually quite easy. You've got two main choices. You can go directly to the workforce with your qualification. You can go to an employer and say, I have the skills necessary to perform this task. I've got a level 7 qualification. It's an accredited qualification from the UK, the governing body of ATHE, the awards for technical learning. Or you can top up your education at a physical university. Going to a traditional university, we all know, is very expensive, and probably the main reason, if you haven't finished your degree, why. The average cost of college education worldwide, you can see here, one of the highest would be the United States, and the lowest, the UK. But that's still not cheap. Students can expect to pay it at more prestigious London schools, School of Economics, $52,000. Or the least expensive option, University of Liverpool, £46,000. And that's not, of course, accounting the cost of living going to this location. Living costs could amount to £10,000 or more to attend one of these schools. What if I said you can get a qualification from many of these different universities for a fraction of the cost without going there? The first step, of course, is to get your level qualification through Education Worldwide. The second step is to take that qualification and apply it at one of these partner universities, including many others all over the world that accept the ATHE UK recognized qualification. It's 120 transferable credits. All you have to do is complete the university's requirements. If you're talking about a master's, write and defend your thesis or business research, and you have a physical diploma from that university. One that we're going to specifically talk about is Northampton. We've got a special and unique relationship with Northampton University that lowers the cost of getting an MBA exponentially. A little bit about Northampton. They boast a 96% student employability rate. They're listed in one of the top 50 universities. The idea is that if you've got a recognized qualification from Northampton, you can get a job. You can improve your situation. And the easiest way to do that is to get this MBA through us. Their eligibility requirements. You've got to have, as you can see, 120 credits at a level 7. It is a one-year study. We offer the ATHE Diploma in Strategic Management. That's 120 credits at level 7. You can then apply and directly get your diploma from Northampton. We offer from Business Academy level 4s in business management, IT and computing, level 5s, a bachelor's in business management, or the master's in strategic management. Once you've got your levels, you can then figure out your path to success. We've got special packages to help you start from 0 to master's. Levels 4, 5, and 6 Each individual level is €2,500 per level. For example, if you've already started some university and need to complete a year, for the cost of $2,500, you can get the equivalency for that level. If you prefer a package starting from ground zero to get your bachelor's, that will cost €10,900. That's levels 4, 5, and 6, and the corresponding BA top-up at Northampton. If you're looking for the coveted prize, that's a level 7 and an NBA top-up. This is a physical degree that says Northampton University. That is €7,900. This is a level 7 qualification and an MBA. All you've got to do, however, is meet the requirements. For example, the Business Academy curriculum in IT. This is the first year, the first level, the first module. Something you could expect to see: computers and society, social issues and government, legal issues, and this is all related to IT. To give you an idea of really how easy and simple the process is and the platform is to use, you can log on to the Business Academy website, and this is the e-learning platform. You've got your profile with lists all your courses. The courses are listed there, orders, and of course, access to all the resources and forums. Here you can see an example of the business plan. It will list the course material in the module, often have exercises for you to complete, things for you to study, extra resources, or assessments, videos that you can also watch. And sometimes there are e-classes or webinars where a professor will actually host the class itself. And just like this forum, you can interact directly with the professor or with other students, and it really gives a new edge to the e-learning experience. Again, I don't have to tell you the benefits of distance learning. In the past, it might have been where people didn't recognize distance learning or online certificates as respectfully as they do now. But times have changed. The course materials have improved, the platform has improved, and more people are leaning towards distance learning because, well, they've got life, they've got work, they've got responsibilities. For 1 year, you can spend 2 hours a day and complete a course. The benefit is you can work and study at the same time, perhaps your day off or during a break. There's a wide variety of courses that you could choose from. When you're going to a traditional university, you might be stuck with something you're not that interested in. Here you can focus directly, for example, on IT and computing or business management, and learn what you need to learn in order to get that degree. It is infinitely more affordable. As I was saying earlier, there are certain restrictions that physical universities need in order to offer these degrees to students. Since we don't have these additional costs, we can offer this to you at a much lower and reasonable rate. And you can study at your own pace. You're not forced into a class from, let's say, 3 to 5. And if you don't learn it then, you've got to learn it at home. Here you can learn at your own pace. You can start in the morning and you can finish the next day if you choose. How do you register for this? The simple is very easy. First, you must visit businessacademy.study. In the upper right, there's a little button that says register. Once you're registered on the website, you can see all the different courses that are available to you. Find one and then you enroll. Once you meet the requirements and pass the enrollment period, then all you have to do is learn. There's eligibility to enter the programs because, again, it is overseen by the Office of Qualifications and Regulations that make sure that these qualifications are legitimate and meet all the standard and stringent restrictions that the UK has. So for a level 4, and again, this is your first year of university, you need only be 18 years old with a full secondary education. So you must have finished gymnasium or high school, and you can start with level 4. For the level 5 or the associate's degree, you must have attained at least the level 4 or an equivalent first year at university. Perhaps you went to a local university, it wasn't for you, you didn't like it, it got too expensive. Here you can again start level 5, and from there you can top up to get your bachelor's degree from Northampton. If you're looking for a bachelor's, you need at least to have attained the level 5 or equivalent second year at university, or the minimum age of 25 years and 5 years managerial experience. We call this work experience program. If you've worked in your industry for a long time, you've got proven results as a manager, you can use that experience to say, everything I would have learned in first and second year of university, I've done already. The same with a master's for level 7. You at least have to have a level 6 or the third year of university, minimum age 22. If you're going through the work experience route, you need to have a minimum age of 24 years plus 5 years managerial experience. Our requirements for registering and enrolling in the programs are for you to read and sign the study contract. You can find that on our website. We also need your CV if you're looking to take advantage of the work experience. Student records to prove, of course, that you have completed at least some school or your full secondary education. And simply identification to ensure you are who you say you are. Now, tuition at other universities run quite high. And again, I'm using pounds because we're looking at the UK qualification. The master's program in business and management can run from 16,000 to 20,000 pounds. IT and computing, 10 to 11. They vary from 100 to 60 to 120 credit points. You get varied individualized feedback. It really depends on their e-learning platform. Sometimes you don't have the opportunity to really contact anybody besides technical support. And the accreditation comes from various sources. I've already gone into great detail how our accreditation works and how it's recognized across the world. At Education Worldwide Business Academy, you get 120 ATHE transferable credits, again, recognized and respected throughout the UK and the rest of Europe. You get individualized feedback and support. I myself am here to help you through the process, but through the course, there are professors and experts that will be giving lectures or webinars during the course that you could contact. The idea is that you have a hybrid class. It's both online and face-to-face. You speak to someone, you see someone, you're able to communicate. And there are no additional fees. Once you pay the cost, you've got the course. Briefly, you could see, as I said before, levels 4 through 6 are 2,500. A level 7 by itself, 5,900 euros. But you can get the packages. The level 4, 5, and 6, and of course the bachelor's top-up, 10,900 euro. Level 7 plus an MBA, 7,900 euro. We can see the difference between the two costs for the master's program and the bachelor's, from 16,000, 20,000 to 7,900. And you're not just getting a course when you sign up with Education Worldwide. There's a lot of added value. For example, we offer these interactive webinars, much like this one. You're able to communicate directly with the presenter. You're able to communicate with other students. They might invite, for example, co-presenters, special guests, other experts in, and you're able to get advanced knowledge and learning that you otherwise normally wouldn't through traditional e-learning platforms. Direct contact with students is something that is very valuable when it comes to your learning experience. Perhaps you want to form study groups or talk about something that you've learned in class or work on various projects that are required for the course. We've got an interactive forum where not only the students can communicate and talk to each other, but the professors and experts are also involved, and you can communicate directly with them. You don't have to wait for long emails. You make a post that's replied by other students, by other experts, and a thread can be made that covers any topic. Tests and assessments are very important and required for the accreditation. These are recognized again by the Office of Regulations and Accreditations in the UK, and it allows ATHE to be recognized worldwide. So at the end of every module, you'll be taking an assessment to make sure that you have gone over and understood the material. And again, any help with that is easy to have when you go to the form itself. Now, the entire course is in English. If English isn't your first language, nothing to worry about. We also offer English language class before every course if you'd like to take one. More information about that, of course, you could find on the website. But the benefit is all the materials are yours. You could read or review as many times as you want. If there was something in a video you didn't quite understand, you can go over it over and over it again as many times, translate it into your own language as necessary. So language barriers virtually disappear. To go over again what I was talking about and how to get the future that you want, the first step is to recognize that you can use an ATHE qualification, a level 5, a level 6, a level 7, to go directly into the workforce. Employers should and can be able to recognize these as legitimate qualifications of experience that you have learned the material. The only thing that employers really look for now, really, are your work ethic, your attitude. How long have you been at your current position? Your education should not be a factor in determining or a negative factor in determining your employment. We offer many kinds of services to you through our e-learning platform, specifically the webinars and online classes, the student forums, and all the materials that are available to you, online materials, books, and videos. The enrollment process is a breeze. You just log on to businessacademy.study, register, enroll, submit your documents, and you're good to go. And the biggest and most, I think, influential part is where you can get a physical degree from an online university, not just Northampton, but any others that accept the ATHE qualification. And there are hundreds, thousands that accept the UK accredited system, and you can apply to university with this level and get your top up. We've got a special deal with Northampton where it'll cost you a fraction of the cost. We will streamline that process to you. You sign up with Education Worldwide, you finish your level 7, and then do your top up at Northampton, all online. We talked earlier about the GPA for success, your goal, your plan, your action. First, you've got to have the vision. Where do you want to be, and what do you want to achieve? Change of career, an improvement in your business. The way to do that is through higher education, and higher education is offered through Education Worldwide. I bring you back again to this question. What is it you want out of life? The professions are now open to you with a higher education degree, a physical degree that you've started online and you've completed online that you get from a physical university. And this is unique to Education Worldwide. The next step is for you to decide now what to do. I challenge you to make that step. Go to businessacademy.study. Look at the courses that are offered. Compare to other online schools and universities if you'd like, and see the difference. See the accreditation level, and most importantly, see the cost, how it is much more reasonable and less costly for you to get an ATHE accredited qualification from Education Worldwide, to get your bachelor's or master's degree, all through our combined packages for a cost that you didn't think was possible. I thank you very much for your time, for understanding about the Education Worldwide process and system, and I'm opening the floor to any questions and answers that you may want to give. Feel free to chat. You can type your message in the box. It will come up and I'll be able to answer it. Or you can send an email, rgalera@eduww.net, and I'll be able to answer your question directly and forward you the resources that you need to improve your situation. Once again, I'd like you to I'd like to thank you for joining us today for our informational webinar on how you can boost your career goals with a higher education degree, not just a qualification, but an actual degree. businessacademy.study, where we can help you take your next step to improving your condition and a new future. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you on our next webinar. Visit our website, businessacademy.study, where we post them regularly. I thank you and have a good evening.